In my 8 years of doing SEO, I've been outranking Amazon time and time again. And this is one of my client results. They're a beverage company, and Amazon was absolutely dominating. And as time went on, over a 12-month period, they increased in their rankings consistently and made a lot more money. So let's say, for example, you're trying to sell home saunas, right? You're this company, Lumi here. And if we look at the top, home sauna, Amazon's dominating. They're at the very top. And if we take a look at our site, if you use the site : search operator and type in your domain plus the keyword you want to rank for, then you're going to click on tools, and you can see how many pages you have related to that query, to that topic. So we have 153 pages here, this company does. So what about Amazon? How many do they have? I put in the same operator, and they have 232,000 results. How on earth are you going to compete with them topically? They're completely dominating the space, and there's no surprise they're number one. Well, it can be done, and it's actually a lot simpler to outrank Amazon than you think. So I've put in Amazon.com here, and if we look at their organic traffic, it's been declining over the years, as you can see. So you can definitely outrank them. So how do you actually do it? Well, first of all, you need to focus on a single category at a time. You got to remember, Amazon dominates with variety, but you can beat them by specializing, being good at something very specific. That's why exact match domains dominate the search results, especially when it comes to local results, because they've gone for something hyper specific and they're specializing, and that's exactly what you've got to do. So what does that mean, focusing on a single category? What do you have to do? What are the steps? Well, first of all, you have to build an entity first content plan. So Google has been desperate to move away from strings to things since 2012. So strings meaning keywords, that they've tried their best to shift away from it, and they have a lot, and they've tried to replace it with things, with entities. So as you can see in the 2012 blog, if you want to read it, they've actually mentioned they're trying to move away from it. So first of all, use a Wikipedia entity scraper. So Google's actually mentioned they've actually purchased different companies to use that data as part of their knowledge graph. And that knowledge graph is basically an accumulation of Google's data. And Wikipedia is one source that's highly reliable to find these entities that Google considers something that's hyper specific to a topic. So what you're going to do here is put in the Wikipedia page URL and your target keyword. So for example, you're trying to sell home saunas. So let's go to Wikipedia, sauna. So boom, sauna. Let's copy that. And let's go back to my website. And this is a free tool you can use, by the way. I built this and you can use it completely for free. And what I've included in this in the tool is this right here. So Google hasn't given us a list of entities that it uses, but I found this research paper, and it gives a list of entities, lots of different entities. So an organization can be an entity, a group can be an entity, ethnicity can be an entity, a location, a facility, etc. And then you can put in your target keyword. So was it home saunas, and then click run app. So you will have to sign in, and it's completely free. So when you hit run app, it's going to take a moment to load. So it's going to scrape that Wikipedia webpage, and then there's a AI model. So I'm using ChatGPT, and it's basically going to go through that research paper and basically extract those entities, and it does something a bit more, which I'll show you. So entities, so it's got name entities. So the person, Sejong the Great, that's an entity, organization, Finnish sauna organizations, then locations, Greenland, Finland, Estonia, facilities, products and vehicles, numerical expressions, these are entities, 2 million saunas, Finland. So HTML tags, these can also be considered entities, even though technically HTML tags aren't entities, but what they can contain can be entities. And it's extracted things like bolded terms. And what this has done is, first of all, you can figure out, okay, how do I insert the most relevant stuff into my content? And that's where this part comes in. So click on the second tab, and it's going to include the entities in a sentence. So it's doing it for you. So for example, Finnish sauna organizations have long promoted the benefits of traditional sauna bathing, which can easily be replicated in your own home. So another one, many people are discovering the joy of smoked sauna, a unique experience that can be adapted to personal use in a backyard setting. The Finnish Sauna Society emphasizes the importance of loyal. I don't know if I've read that correctly. The steam created in the sauna, which can enhance the relaxation and wellness. So this could be a great sentence to include in a page somewhere. And I'll get to that in just a second, what I mean by that. So basically, you're going to extract all the relevant entities and even the sentences if you want. So that's one way we can extract entities. And schema is another way to show Google that you're an entity. And I believe Google's mentioned that as well. So what type of schemas does Google support? So there's article schema, there's book actions, there's breadcrumb schema, carousel schema. A lot of people miss the breadcrumb schema for some reason. I don't know why. And you can literally go to filter by. And if you're an e-commerce store, you can click on this and see what schema it supports. If you've got a job listing, if you're part of education and science, you can choose a schema. Okay, so you're going to want to add that schema to your page. So what does a schema actually look like? So this is what breadcrumb schema actually looks like in the code, I guess you can say, in the schema language. And it's actually very simple to build. If you've got rank math, it'll automatically add it for you. If you've got Shopify, you can just use an app to do it for you, a schema app. And then you can use the Google SERPs to extract LSI keywords. So LSI simply stands for latent semantic indexing. It's just a fancy way of saying synonyms. So basically keywords related to your keyword. So literally, let's say the keyword was, home saunas. And literally you can get things from the bolded terms. So in the meta description, there'll be bolded terms. So infrared saunas. So infrared LSI keyword right there. So you can copy that. You can also look at their titles. So 2-person infrared sauna. So including 2-person or something like how many people can fit in the sauna in your content. People also ask is something good to include, and you can scroll to the bottom to look for the people also search for. Well, guess what? You can also use the Google autocomplete function to see the bolded terms here. Sauna kit, outdoor sauna, UK. So what we can do to shortcut this, instead of doing a manual approach, use the ECSO extension, click on Semantic Sniper, and then just paste it in here, hit start, and what's happened is it's actually opened a new tab on the top left, and it's going through that, and it's actually extracting the bolded terms as well as some of the autocomplete and the people also ask. So it's going to take a second here. So this way, you know exactly where the keywords are coming from. It's coming directly from Google. So you can literally just copy this and put it in a spreadsheet somewhere ready to use. And I'll go over what that means. So now that we've got a list of entities and LSI keywords, as well as schemas we can include in our content, we're going to find keywords to target. So we're going to be creating content, be it a blog post or including these queries in our categories in our product pages, but a lot of them will be fitted in our blog post because it's easiest to fit it in there. At least, and that way, when we're internally linking from, let's say, a blog post, which is talking about home saunas in this case, and linking to your category page, well, guess what? It's going to pass relevance. And when Google's crawling your page, it's going to see, oh, it's talking all about saunas, and they know exactly what they're talking about because we've extracted these entities here. Now, when you're targeting keywords, keep it highly specific, because when it comes to something like this, home saunas, it's pretty tough to compete with. And finding under the radar type of keywords, underserved keywords, forums are a goldmine, whether that's Reddit or Quora or niche related forums. So let's just use Reddit for example, and let's just type in site:/reddit.com, then the topic, which was home sauna. Let's just go for that. And literally you're just going to go through and just take a look. So best portable home sauna, building a 2-person home sauna. So even if you don't stock a portable home sauna, you can still talk about it in your blog post, okay? So it's still going to build relevance that way. So these topics are still useful. Building a 2-person sauna. So what's come to my mind is how to build a sauna. So building a sauna bench. So I imagine building a sauna is going to be pretty competitive because it's quite broad. So how to build your own sauna, outside magazine. So this has got a DR of 89. So am I going to rank for it? Probably not. And a lot of people are going to skip these results and click on videos because it's quite a visual type of keyword. So build a sauna in a shed from scratch. Build a sauna bench. So you can just literally go through the alphabet here, the letters, to get different queries. And if you go inside, and put in the star symbol in between keywords, it'll give you different keywords here as well. So building a sauna bench, and we would not want to create a blog post on this because we would not get any clicks basically. So let's just keep going on Reddit. Now one of the things you can do is filter. So click on tools and click by any time, and you can, let's just say, the past week. So let's see what's come up. Where can I buy a good sauna in the UK? Finding traditional steam sauna. So I'm thinking, what will people think about steam saunas? Guaranteed on how to proceed with an old sauna. So I'm thinking, okay, what to do with an old sauna? What to do with an old sauna? So the Google autocomplete has showed us this keyword. So guess what? There's search volume behind it. So that's how you know. So even if you don't have access to SEMrush or Ahrefs or any of these paid keyword tools, you can just rely on the Google autocomplete. So what to do with the old sauna? So recycling instructions. So this looks like something you could compete with. So recycling instructions, how to recycle a sauna. So there's no content here. Sauna, keep or remove. So there's a forum here, and forums are getting a lot of love lately, but this is still a topic that you could compete with. And that's essentially what you're going to do when it comes to a keyword research. And you're going to make a list of topics you're going to create your blogs around. And then what you're going to do is insert your keywords in there. So literally this is what we're doing here. We're extracting entities and LSI keywords, okay? Entities plus LSI. And then we're going to make a spreadsheet to dump these entities and LSI. So we've got them stored somewhere, right? We've got them stored somewhere. And then we're going to go out and do keyword research. That's one of those. I've got the name of the item, the magnifying glass. Okay, I know you're enjoying these illustration skills. So we're going to go out and do the keyword research. After that, we're going to, after we found those keywords, right? We found a list of keywords, topics to go after. We're going to create content around these topics, okay? So we're creating that content, okay? And then after that, we've created that content, we've written our content, we're going to insert these keywords in there. And that way, the big G over here, Google, is thinking, yep, these are highly relevant. And then after that, what's going to happen is your rankings will increase. And that's what I've been doing consistently for my clients for 8 years now. And if you're looking to grow your e-commerce business, I'd recommend checking out this page. Watch this 2-minute video, and you can also check out some of my client results. And all this page is simply booking a one-on-one consultation with myself. It is a paid consultation, so you'll have a pre-questionnaire to fill out after you book. Then I'll do an in-depth analysis, and then we'll book a time and date that's suitable to the both of us, and then I'll present that below. And the goal is, by the end of it, you'll have clarity on what you need to do when it comes to your e-commerce business. And possibly there's a chance to work together if we're the right fit. But regardless, you'll have clarity on what to do next. I'll see you in the next video.